So here we have the bathroom and closet. One thing that was really important to me was that this actually had some style. This entire compartment was built for the golf clubs. I want to golf all over the country. Hi, I'm Abigail. This is my rig, Blue Jean Baby. Come take a tour. Welcome to my kitchen. The van itself, the whole project took 4 months to build. This was one of the last projects. I'm taller, and in my home, when I grew up, I was so used to tall cabinets that I was actually willing to lose some of the window to the sink and to the countertop. That's one thing I want to say about this custom build, like the high countertops, the floor, some of the compartments in the back. Like I watched a ton of videos, but I also kind of like in my own head, what am I bringing with? What lifestyle do I live? What do I need personally? Not like what's cute, what's cool, what's trending right now, what works for me. And so that's how I spent my time planning the build. I built it all myself. My dad is a contractor and he really wanted to participate in this build. So a couple things that he helped me with was cutting this tile. That was not something I was very interested in learning how to do myself. And I used the extra piece to create a little bit of a backsplash. One thing that was really important to me was that this actually had some style. I wasn't going for cookie cutter or manufacturer grade. I really wanted it to be very me. Something that you'll see throughout the van up here, on the back, on the slider door. These are podcasting sound buffers. And so I use these because I am a podcaster. I do a ton of recording. So I really wanted the sound quality to be great. And it's also very helpful for insulation. So you'll see these throughout. I built out quite a bit of storage. This is mostly kitchen. I use a hot plate most days. So I'll just stick this right out here and roll with a hot plate, especially if I'm just cooking for myself. If I have visitors, maybe I'll pull out the Coleman stove. But what's really nice is I added myself a little cutting board. So I have space for cooking and for chopping. And another feature is the double sink. I have a bathroom, which I will show you, but this is the obviously one and only sink. And so I wanted to have that extra space. This is a 12 volt DC fridge. It has a little mini freezer in it. And I'm very grateful for that because keep plenty cool and I have my groceries along the way. So I don't really have to overthink. And it prevents me from eating out, which is very easy to do while traveling. Welcome to the front half, the closet and bathroom, which I will show you. I created a hanging closet, mostly just thinking of being a female. I have some dresses, I have some shirts that I can't always look like I live in a van. I get to show up and speak on stages and stuff. And so I need to look put together some of the time. And then this, again, I'm super interested in style. I love the angles, I love the colors. And so this was something that I went a little above and beyond. I even got my dad to help me with these cuts because I must have messed them up at least 10 times. So here we have the bathroom and closet. I have myself a full length mirror, again, making sure that I don't always look like I live in a van. This is one of my most proud parts of the build because these tiered shelves they fit. Things don't fall off of them. I can fit all my bathroom stuff and it doesn't feel like I have done my best to like sort of segregate the bathroom and the closet from the living space so that it doesn't all feel congested. And here what I ended up doing is installing, this is an Amazon plastic camping toilet, super simple build, but drilled a hole in the bottom and it drains to the bottom.
Howdy, Brian here.
I'm a wildlife photographer at heart, and I mostly camp in the woods.
I've decided to upgrade my off-grid power system with the Weekender from Go Power.
This is an all-in-one charging and inverter solution for you to get a small, simple off-grid solar system up and running. Now that we've got the panel on the roof, the next thing to do is start wiring up all these components. So we've got our inverter turning on, our battery monitor, and our charge controller working. And we're good to go, and this system should hopefully provide years of trouble-free service. The install overall is really straightforward. It takes about a day to do it. If this is something that you're looking for a small solar system, I think this is a great place to start.
Now I can stay off-grid longer, travel deeper into the woods, and have all the power to do what I love.
And I have taken this thing to some pretty messed up places.
I am a life coach, an author, a publisher, and I have clients all over the country. And so I hit the road to be able to visit them. I have been a nomad for 2 years now, and I've been living Airbnb life, hotel life, 2 suitcase and a backpack life. And I ended up in a relationship and we agreed to go on the road in a Toyota Sequoia and a camper. And I have all of those travels on my YouTube channel as well. And after that relationship ended, that road trip ended, and I went back to the Airbnb suitcase life and really had decided, I kind of saw that vision for the van and I had avoided it because I didn't want to be a mechanic. I didn't want to worry about the mechanics. And I have certainly in my 4 months faced every fear, dead batteries, water leaks, shortages, like all those things, and really have overcome the fear of handling the mechanics of being on the road. And so what really sparked it was being able to get out on the road in a camper and a car and realize that I'm capable of doing it. I needed some stability, I needed a sanctuary, I needed some consistency, and this was that perfect medium between being on the road, being gone, and finding some stability within. Welcome to my office. This is probably a much bigger office than you would usually see in a van. I love my work. I work a lot and I really prioritize that. And I really prioritize a really comfy, cozy space to be able to work, because I think it has a lot to do with your mindset and mind frame when you're sitting down to work. So really spacious. I built this as a laptop platform. So I'll put my laptop up here and then have a little mouse and keyboard. If I were to be doing it all over again, I might take about 2 inches off the front of this just for more hip space, just more aisle space. But other than that, I really do love this. And then this comes all the way out. I usually will put up the Coleman stove on the outside, or like again, if I'm cooking or setting something up, or if I'm doing some sort of crafts, I just have a lot more surface space to be able to mess around. And then down here, I created a office space, which I bought. You can get these drawers from Aldi. This is like the 4th set of Aldi drawers that I've owned in my life because I love them and they just keep everything organized. So nice little cabinet right there. And then a full-size computer chair, because if this is where I'm going to spend 50, 60, 70% of my time, I want to be super comfortable. So something else I want to show you is I installed these windows, but I also built these that pop right up and in. Sometimes they do fall down, but I really like them because they totally block out light and they really well insulate. This is actually insulation material on the inside that I double stick tape to itself. And then this is a fleece cover. Welcome to my bedroom. I am hanging out on a 6-inch memory foam mattress, but I went on my very first road trip with it and it was way too thin. So I ordered another foam topper plus a pillow top, and it is like a cloud now. I love it. It's a full-size bed. This is a Ford Transit and the width is about 76 inches and the length of a full-size bed is 75 inches. And so this bad boy is built end to end or wall to wall. And so I ended up building this little like nook right here. I can slide my feet in and out and get all the way to the wall because I am 5'9". And so I really like that, but also built up the walls for the insulation factor, the noise factor, the warmth factor. So I really like the way that this is built. I have probably too many pillows, but I also like that. Something I want to show you about these pillows, my friend Liz Madsen made them. She is a quilter. She made these, which hold all my sweatshirts. I am always cold. And so I need to have many options of sweatshirts. And so I have that. I did not build in a heater, so I will use a Mr. Buddy camping heater. Some people swear by them. Some people absolutely say that's dumb. I don't care. I like it. I use it for 20, 30 minutes. It warms up the van and I'm good to go. And it was a lot less, it's a lot less to maintain than another system inside the van. So, and I also only plan on staying on places where I'm generally warm and happy. I picked the Ford Transit 250 extended cab, extended cargo. After looking at quite a few different ones and watching a lot of people's van builds, I was listening to what their complaints were, what their challenges were, what the benefits were, and this was just what I felt like was the best fit for me. I feel like the Transit has a bit of a wider body. Specifically, it stays wide at the top, and I love that about it. It gives me the most space for the best, most custom build. And so that's definitely why I love it. I wanted as big of a space. I was willing to splurge or spend to have a van that is my house that I absolutely love. And so I didn't skimp on anything. The challenges with that was learning a lot of new things. The main challenge was symmetry or angles and things being perpendicular and all of that, like the measurements working out well. I had a few goes where I had to rebuild some stuff, or what I noticed was the first attempt at a cabinet door was kind of crap, and then the second one turned out looking way better. And so, you know, just experience, because this was my first build. Again, my dad's a contractor, so I grew up in the conversation and witnessing a lot, but this was something I was very determined to do on my own. So I have figured out a lot along the way. Something I would say to someone who is looking to live the style and get out on the road is it's amazing, right? Like, you probably follow this content because it inspires and excites you and activates like your imagination of what it would be like for you. It is wonderful. I choose this life again and again, and it is not for everyone. You have to think about where you're sleeping. You have to think about where your water's coming from. You have to think about where your water and other contents of your gray tank are going. Like, you have to think about different things. And then you're on the move a lot. And so making sure that that's something that you like, because those of us who are really conditioned to comfort and stability and predictability, this might not be the life for you. Welcome to my garage. All right, I already pulled out the sleeping bag, which I would usually tuck under there, but sleeping bag is usually with me anyways. And so we'll start on this side. This is what I call my sport closet, because I'm sporty. I try to be. I also try to be really cool, and I'm not. So I have golf clubs, which makes me extra cool. And actually this entire compartment was built for the golf clubs. I want to golf all over the country. I also have rollerblades, which makes me even cooler, and also rock climbing gear, plus more wintry stuff, and a hammock. So this spot, very crowded, but goes the entire length of the full bed. There's a ton of stuff under there, including, I do have a Starlink internet. I have 2 craft bins in there, a backpacking backpack, and all sorts of fun stuff. So that's also where I keep like my off-season clothes, like snow pants and jacket and jeans and stuff. And then one of my favorite features is my pull-out table, which I just scratched my finger on, which you can actually sit on. So I really love this. It's built to hold up to 500 pounds. I'm not testing at 500 pounds. At 160, I'm okay, and I trust it. That's there. And then right here is the utility closet. It holds, I have a 200 amp lithium battery. I went with an entire Renogy system. I really like it. There's a lot of learning in the process. The whole energy system took me probably 2 months to figure out. It even slowed down the build of the bed frame because I was still learning about how to hook up solar. So we've got 200-watt solar panels on the top. I also have a DC to DC converter from the car battery charging up the battery, and then I have shore power just in case. I really wanted to be as isolated as possible, as self-sustaining as possible. Something I didn't show you from the front is tucked back here is where I hold a 20-gallon water tank as well. And so the 20-gallon fresh tank goes up there, and then there's a 20-gallon gray tank underneath. And so that's a little off topic, but with the utility closet, I brought along some of my, the tools you would need on the road. I have a jumper kit, as well as my Coleman stove and my Mr. Buddy heater. One other feature that I'm like, hey, thanks past self, I love you, is that this wall is removable, so I can just slide this entire thing out to be able to work on the electrical system. It's such a tight spot. I didn't want the electrical system to take over the whole back or limit my storage, but at the same time, obviously, it's a very important component of the van. So when I take that door out, I can really sit down and rework it. All right, so the last thing that I want to show you about the back are, again, these tiles. I showed you in the kitchen, but these are from Feltrite. And I originally ordered the ones for the slider door because I wanted it to, again, to have some design, but they were so, the noise barrier that it creates is so amazing that I messaged them right away. I was like, do you guys have an affiliate program? How can I promote these? I love them. I'm ordering more. And they sponsored the back doors. And so I wanted to say, one, thank you for that. But two, I love this design. And I love that they come in different shapes, sizes, colors, all of that. So you can pre-order designs or you can actually just create your own. And I'm obsessed with them. To me, it's like having extra art in the van. And it really makes me feel like I'm at home. My favorite place to hang out on the internet is in my Instagram stories. So I would love to meet you there. Come hang out, let's be friends, send me a message. I am Instagale on Instagram. And then my name is Abigail Rose Gazda. So usually if you're looking for me, I would do my full name, Abigail Rose Gazda. My website is abigailgazda.com. And then I'm the CEO of Hearts Unleashed. I started Hearts Unleashed in 2017. And so heartsunleashed.com has my podcast, it's got my courses, it's a community. I created Hearts Unleashed. I'm very committed to myself and everybody being able to live their heart unleashed, no matter what that looks like. You don't have to want to live in a van, start a global company or podcast or write books to be a part of this community. It's really about finding out more about who you are and loving yourself, sharing yourself, unleashing yourself, living out loud, feeling free and having permission to want the life you want and redefining your own definition of success. And so I'm very passionate about people feeling like they are at choice about the quality and direction of their lives. Thank you so much for being with me today. I'm so glad to show you my rig. Again, meet me on Instagram at Instagale. You can also watch my entire van build at the Adventures of Abigail YouTube channel.